right, here we go.
You know what?
Chicago
I don't want to laugh and get a cramp again.
Chicago Bull fans boo Jerry Krause's widow as she accepts the honor in his place.
I was so embarrassed for Chicago fans. I had to put my head down. I said, have we resulted to this evilness with people? That's just mean how they treated this. And the man dead.
Chicago, I can't stand Jerry Krause.
I don't care. He is
gone.
But
they didn't have to boo his wife.
I felt bad for her.
I agree.
Go ahead.
Chicago, just like we don't like the Packers, which I don't even want to talk about that game.
They won yesterday.
Chicago Bulls fans booed former general manager Jerry Krause on Friday night during a halftime ceremony to honor the organization's greats, moving his widow to tears and drawing criticism from former players. That's her crying right there. Krause was one of 13 members of the inaugural class of the Bulls Ring of Honor and was being recognized as the architect of their 6 championship teams. Having died in 2017, Krause was represented by his widow, Thelma, who was visibly upset by a torrent of booing from the fans in the United Center and remained seated rather than acknowledge the crowd. You said you got a thing of this. Let's see.
Time. The only time they could really put their hat on, because ownership is quite frankly a joke. And this is another example of the Reinsdorfs not being able to read the room, obviously having their head in the sand, not knowing what's going on with their 2 biggest icons and their families going at it. For Bulls fans, the arrogance, the entitlement to boo Jerry Krause on a night of celebration, and the deserved embarrassment watching that widow cry as Chicago showed our asses. But the moment the fans in the United Center are booing and they're showing a montage of Jerry Krause, what does it then fade to on the next scene? His widowed wife crying, shaking people off because an arena filled of 17,000 jackasses are booing a dead man. Mind you, a man most of them I've never met. Most of them don't remember that Bulls team because that Jerry Reinsdorf-led Bulls team hasn't won crap since Jerry Krause was the general manager of the Chicago Bulls. This was a celebration of an organization's only high time. The only time.
Let me tell you something.
And they said the Bulls had the karma. They reaped it.
They lost.
Because they lost that night.
Let me tell you something. And let me get this guy straight. We won those championships because of Michael Jordan and the team. It was in spite of Jerry Krause.
Yeah, in spite of.
Jerry Krause kept trying to break the team up every year.
Because he bumped heads with Michael Jordan.
Every year, he kept trying to break that team up.
And
Phil Collins. Phil, what's his name?
What is Phil's last name?
Phil Jackson. Phil whatever.
Jackson.
And Michael Jordan. And they kept us from winning every year. Not Jerry Krause. So there's a reason why Chicago can't stand Jerry Krause. So for this guy who's not even from Chicago to speak on our behalf, you can't speak on our behalf. Now, that doesn't give them the right to boo her.
But he is right on one part of it where a lot of them booing, they don't know Jerry Krause. They wasn't around when...
I was around.
We were. But,
yes.
And then again, it could be knuckleheads at all the ages booing. But I just felt... like if Jerry Krause was there,
boo him.
Not
his wife.
But he's dead. He's gone. Y'all should have seen the news when they showed this because Michael Jordan did a little video because he couldn't be there. Scottie Pippen wasn't there. Dennis Rodman wasn't there,
yeah.
And those 3 men needed to be there.
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson. They gave him a standing ovation. That's my favorite coach for NBA. Him and Patrick Riley. But when they booed, she was like, you guys, that woman was devastated. Why would you boo? And the wife is represented. She had nothing to do with her husband's crappy management.
I agree.
Oh, I didn't like Chicago that night. That was just mean. Go ahead.
I agree. So there you go. I think it was mean. They went... They went after that old lady.
Poor thing.
Jerry Krause's wife. But you know what? I kind of blame the people who put it on. They already know how Chicago feels about Jerry Krause. So why they didn't think that they was going to boo her?
I don't know. They probably should have gotten her ready for it.
They should have got her ready for it. They should have said,
your husband wasn't like
they don't. And we believe he single-handedly broke up a dynasty.
And if she'd been prepared,
maybe
she probably would have had
been...
the mic and say, I know you guys was not in favor of
Boo! They wouldn't have listened to nothing she had to say.
But he's gone now.
Boo!
And the team is doing well. So
no, they not.
They won the last. They're winning off and on. They're not a bad team, Kim.
Oh, really?
Oh no, they're not like winning every game. I was happy when they beat LeBron and them.
Oh.
There's one dude on there. Oh God, same Kobe with the big hair. He and another player on there are awesome. So no, they're not like totally bad. No.
Okay.
But they probably should have warned her. Your husband's not liked. He's a villain because he really bumped heads with Michael and all of them.
Yeah.
So, but go ahead.
All right. So I'll have